London yesterday, so apologies if I sound quite slow.
It's all good, don't worry.
I don't. Right, hope you can see that. Right, well, there we go. Right, hope you can see that. We're on there, the share screen. We'll quickly go over yesterday, and obviously a very, very volatile day. A lot of single prints. Those of you with the market profile, we're getting used to single prints at the moment. Tuesday, Wednesday brought that, and obviously massive green candles and red candles everywhere. And I think what we have to be is aware that volatility is in the market, and also, as we said to a lot of people, if you've got your trader made over there, you should have your news channel up. People are talking at the moment and moving the markets, you know. So we'll quickly go over one of the things why, obviously, the market went up yesterday was Powell mentioned that he may cut interest rates.
Yes.
Yeah, the whole world was expecting him to mention about the ongoing inflation and when he would taper and when he would think about raising interest rates. So he just turned a cat amongst the pigeons and said, well, we could cut interest rates. Well, that obviously propelled the market into a, well, what did Buzz Lightyear say? To infinity and beyond?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we laugh about it, but it was that fast, you know. And I said to a lot of people who, if you look at your chart, if you're technical or anything else, all you need is someone to say something like that. And it's one of those things where we talk about it time and time again. When you trade your full clip size, everyone's talking where you want to trade your 50p a point, a pound a point. Someone like says, says we are probably, if we cut the interest rates, that's your full metal jacket. You know, you're putting everything on that because no one was expected to say that. Yeah, and for him to keep a straight face, I thought was quite. Because people were talking about bond yields going up, and we were saying, you know, bond yields are going up. They're telling you they expect interest rates to go up. The funny thing was that even though he said he could cut interest rates, bond yields didn't come off. You know, he thinks he's going to cut interest rates, bond yields are going to come off. They went higher. So we've got a massive, at the moment, a battle going on, a bit like a POC somewhere, with the Fed saying one thing, all the doves saying one thing. Charlie knows what a doves are now, yeah. And you've got the bond market, which are basically hawks saying,
the dove from above.
The dove from above, exactly. And we're going to work, and we have to work out who's going to be the winner. Full stop. So again, going into this morning, we know now the last 2 days, the DAX will move. I'd safely say 80 ticks in the next 18 minutes. Which way is up to us to guess. The early figure, the confidence figure, was slightly better, only slightly better. Nothing to write home about, but was better. But since that figure's come out at 7 o'clock, I was here. The DAX has drifted off 30 ticks. Okay, so we've got there. Remember, we've got consumer confidence coming out. We just had one in France, Italy 9 o'clock, European at 10 o'clock, and obviously we have the US one at 2:45. Going quickly back over, we have ECB Lane talking at 10:45. Put that on your horizon, and ECB the Gundos at 3 o'clock. They're both doves as well. They want interest rates to be cut, so be aware of that. We obviously 1:30. We have many US figures coming out from what we've got here, weekly jobless, US GDP, we're going for 4.2%, personal consumption, core PC and durable goods, all going for basically unchanged. So those of you who don't understand what durable goods are, look at it. I call durable goods anything that's fairly heavy and expensive, cars, washing machines, and things like that. Weekly jobless, although Powell has said the whole time there's two things, that they want full employment, so does Yellen. We're looking at that 3.6%. Currently, we're looking at 8% or whatever it is. But the weekly jobless figure, we're going for 8.25. That jobless figure has risen, I think, for the last 3-4 weeks. And we've only got 2 weeks. Tomorrow will be non-farm payroll. First Friday every month, we should know that. 1:30, we've also got Mr. Bostic talking. Mr. Bostic, yeah, not glue, nasty, but Bostic. He's the opposite of Powell. He wants interest rates to go up. So it'll be very interesting what he says. Because he might actually say, oh, yeah, are you having a laugh? Haven't you seen the bond yields? And he's fairly important. Again, 2:45, US consumer confidence and pending home sales at 3 o'clock. Yeah, maybe not that important. However, at 3:30, 4:10 and 8 o'clock, Bullard, Quarles and Williams are all Mr. Powell's and Yellen's mates. they will probably reiterate that they want interest rates lower. And remember, Powell said yesterday that he was not going to raise interest rates until the end of 2022. Another reason why the market went to the moon. Okay, the Fed leader said the downside risk declined. Another bullish tone that came out. Also, obviously, overnight, we've had the vaccines are supposed to be positive. The Johnson & Johnson one is supposed to be more effective than they were before. However, we still see the Treasury yields 10 years 1.40. That's the highest it's been this year. On the good news, the UK budget extension will be on universal credit. He also, Sunak, remember the budget's 1st of March. He also threatened to cancel fuel duty, which is good, and he will cut VAT and business rates. The best news of all, reading here, that he's going to cut the alcohol duty in pubs. That's good. Yeah. So that's what the rumor. But also the same thing. Looking into that on obviously the business front is that therefore he's taking more money out of the coffers. Yeah. So therefore slightly down. So that's therefore I'd say that would probably fairly bearish for gilts. Those of you who have done bonds and everything else, long gilts or the UK 10-year versions of them. So basically, everyone seems to be handing money out left, right, and centre, but no one seems to be collecting the money. And in theory, all that's going to do is put more yields on the government bonds. Right. So I'm going to look at what we got here. 2 minutes. I've got the DAX up on one side, and I've got the FTSE up on the other side. Market, obviously, the scalping. Yesterday's scalp was good. A very simple scalp. I think on the DAX, you could have scalped it and turned it off and come back at 4:30. It's one of the things that how far do you run your trades? Both Tuesday and Wednesday. If you sold it Tuesday and the DAX, it was a clear. As you see these red candles here, it's fine. But on market profile, we're over here. O&P 7 o'clock, 7:30. The Q on both Tuesday and Wednesday went on for about 20 prices. 100 ticks. I mean, Tuesday was at 250 ticks. Yesterday, the DAX was probably the same. So, in a way, those of you who are said it before, try and do multiples when you trade. You want to do 50p and 50p, split it up. So, you can get out of one of your scalp, and if it suddenly moves 40, 50 ticks, was a half done in the DAX, and then you can run your other one. Yeah, the scalp has been a lot harder in the FTSE and a lot easier in the DAX and Euro stocks. So. Remember, at 8 o'clock, we expect these fast moves. Also, as Charlie's just mentioned, because we had such a busy day yesterday, I'm not sure today will equal what we had yesterday. And it's normally, like they say, the day after the Lord Mayor's show. However, on the business front, the news front we've just gone through, Thursday's nearly always our busiest day because of the figures that come out. And obviously at 1:30, remember, we've got GDP, personal consumption, core PCE, durable goods, and weekly jobless. That's 5 big figures out at the same time, with a big Fed man speaking at 1:30. Yeah, so just make yourself aware of it. We've seen them like coming here. We've seen a bit of push up in the FTSE and DAX here, and we wait and see if it follows through. But from 8 o'clock here, on your time printer, I've got 15 minutes because we're scalping. I'm going to whack it down to 5 minutes. Yeah, because we're just seeing what orders are out there at the moment, and we're seeing the FTSE. What have we got here? 8, 9, 10 ticks, 10, 15 ticks in the FTSE is a good scalp on the opening. The DAX, I'm not so sure about because that figure to me wasn't a brilliant figure of consumer confidence. Because we bigged it up how easy it's been to trade the last 2 days. The FTSE seems to be the easier one here. The DAX hasn't been clean. Yeah, that's actually just seen it up 12 ticks and back down. Look at we've got the POC in the DAX, 14,020. We might see it there. But remember, from a day trader's point of view, if you get a massive move one day, you normally get a retracement back the other way. And I think with the DAX here, it looks more of a sell. We haven't made. You would have thought we might have made a new high from where we were at 7 o'clock up here early in the day. We haven't. Yeah. So in theory, for me, the DAX is yet to be a trade. There was no trade there. and see. However, the FTSE, we've still got that nice green candle. It's probably hard to put a POC at the moment in the FTSE because we've only been open for just over an hour. Yeah. Again, going through with it. A lot of people had good trades yesterday, and they ran their trades yesterday. And all of a sudden, those of you who understand the educator trade rule of thumb, your profits you've got to run at least 3 or 4 times than your losses. Yesterday, I think a few people ran it 10, 12, 15 times greater, and therefore you understand the equation to your profit and loss. Yeah, and that helps. The only way you can do that is the market has to be there to help it. Currently, if you're trading the DAX over the last 2 minutes, there's basically no trade there whatsoever. Although we've had,
I've just found out.
Well, yeah, that's I said, because although we've had basically a 35 tick range, you know, and that candle's turning from red to green, which tells you it hasn't got a clue where it's going. So I'm taking it off the 5, but put it back on the 15, and you probably see.
I just bought the FTSE just now.
Well, yeah, I mean, the FTSE had a 10, 15 tick move. In theory, that's probably the best you're going to get. And we're probably going to, I haven't got the market profile up, but see where the market profile goes back. Because if we put it on the 30 minutes, we probably haven't been that high for a while. So all we're going to do anywhere up here is probably look for stops. Does that make sense? Here we go. So we're up here. 6, 7.
Neil,
yeah.
I'm having problem with the entries. I thought, you know, looking at the market profile on DAS, that the P's gone up. So I was expecting the market to go up.
Sometimes there's a slight delay on the market profile because on the opening, you should have Q up anyway now. Yeah. So we'll come back to that anyway because you've got your one-to-ones, Chief. So don't worry, we'll come back to that. Again, on your foot, so you may have to go back to previous data to find highs. And as we said here, we've got a fairly good market profile, slightly higher in the FTSE. Yeah. Again, wait and see. I don't think there's a trade the DAX there at all.
There weren't.
On the ground, if we go back to yesterday and Tuesday, it was very, very clean. One was a big sell Tuesday, and yesterday was a massive rally. As we're looking here, the DAX candle is a bit like Joseph's Technicolor Dreamcoat. It seems to be changing colour every 30 seconds. So again, patience. Those of you who had a good day yesterday, you know, the rule of thumb is don't give your money back early morning. Yeah, you know, have a reason to enter your trade and a reason to exit. Yeah, as you see, I'm changing from 15 minutes to 5 minutes. See what's going on there. But at the moment, I think the easier trade was probably the FTSE. Again, how long's your piece of string? If you're scalping, you said 10, 15 ticks in the FTSE was fine. In the DAX, there's still no trade there. Okay, those of you we've got one-to-ones with, we'll come back and probably do it at 8:30. But at the moment, it could be a quiet morning, and then obviously it seems to me that at 2:30 the market goes mental again. Yeah. So again, save your bullets for this afternoon. Yeah, if nothing goes on, you know. Anyway, anything else?
Thanks, Neil. See you later.
Discussion. Okay. Speak to you later.
Thanks, Neil.
Cheers, Neil.